as you grow as a trader, as you begin to gain more experience, as you begin to learn and just get your feet more wet and you kind of go deeper out into the water, you really understand and see how much of the lessons and the foundation that we have set within our day trading systems are applicable to real life and vice versa. How much life lessons are applicable to day trading. And I think that this is something very important. And that's also why day trading is such a great skill set to attain because it makes you sharper in all facets of life. You really begin to grow and you learn as an individual. You change for the better. I think you view things differently. You view money differently. You view time differently. You view interactions with people differently. You view negative situations differently. All of this stuff is applied and it's gained through gaining experience at a day trade. And I want to make this kind of like a series where I basically talk about things that are applicable to real life and day trading, how they correlate, lessons and just skill sets that they both possess, and how day trading just makes you a better human being and how you can potentially grow yourself. Now, the first, I guess, thing I want to talk about, I've spoken about this before. I spoke about this in a recent, not really recent actually. I think it was an older video. I remember talking about this, but I didn't have much views. I don't think the video did well. So I'm gonna talk about it again. And what I'm talking about today is basically an Instagram clip that I seen where the man, like the little car interviews, or he was like, when people go to somebody like, yo, what do you do for a living? And this interview specifically stuck with me because I've heard similar situations. I've heard similar people say different things like this, but he basically said, yo, what do you do for a living? The man, it was a black man, he had a bunch of jewelry on. He was in a truck, Rolls Royce truck. He said, it's not about what I do, but it's about what I don't do. Now, you might ask, like, what does that even mean? What is he talking about? But he then elaborated. He went on to say, look, I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't go to clubs. I don't have a bad diet. I eat right. And then from there, the success is a byproduct. And I think that this is very important to apply to our day trading as well, because, a lot of the times, I might go over a lot of speed bumps. You're about to see a lot of bumps. I apologize in advance. But, a lot of times as traders, we try to find like a hidden gem or a secret strategy or some type of indicator that's going to automatically get us to where we got to get to. But in reality, if we just reflect on ourselves and figure out what we're doing wrong, 9 times out of 10, you will see that success. You will see that growth simply off of that alone. You will see profitability simply off of just subtracting the negative. I was talking to a student about this. Especially for me personally, I found out that I had, after journaling and all that, my win rate was X amount trading prior to this certain time. I had a 20% win rate before 9:30. What does that mean? Stop taking trades before 9:30. What was the second one? It was that, and then also my most profitable trades come from this select time period, 9:40 to 10 a.m. So what does that mean? Any trades outside of that, first of all, I'm going to de-risk, and second of all, I want to apply more risk because my win rate is higher. Now, this simple tweak and this simple subtraction, for me taking less trades, and on top of that, me not trying to force trades outside of my time zone, me understanding my metrics and me realizing what I do right and what I do wrong, that simple tweak alone made me so much more money. It helped me avoid so many more losses. It helped me save so much time. And that's not for me adding a whole bunch of stuff to my system. That's not me finding a whole new strategy. That's not me doing a whole bunch of extra stuff. It's me simply just taking away from something that I knew that I was doing wrong. Me taking away from something that I knew I shouldn't have been doing. Taking trades at this certain time, taking trades pre-market that weren't, high probability, taking trades outside of New York AM session. I'm taking trades PM in Asia and London and all this stuff, and my win rate is way lower. So just stop doing that. That's how it's applicable to trading. Now, let's go back to real life right quick. He said it's not about what I do, it's about what I don't do. For some people, this doesn't have to be smoking, drinking, and partying. For some people, it can be, I need to stop sitting on the couch all day. I want to be fit, but I sit on the couch. Let me stop sitting on the couch. Let me go do something. Let me start eating right. Start to just stop doing the negative things. Stop eating candy all the time. You're going to automatically see change off rip without even actually applying any of the positive yet, without even going to the gym yet, without even doing anything else. Just fix your diet. Stop doing this. Stop doing that. Whatever the case may be, if you just reflect on yourself, you have to be very critical. You have to be very just honest with yourself and understand, like, what am I doing wrong here? What can I be doing better? What could I be doing better? Like for me, I used to eat candy so much. Now I was never to the point where like I had health issues from it, but I knew that it was an issue. I knew that it wasn't good. You know, I had cavities and stuff like that. So what I do, I stopped eating candy so much. I brushed my teeth and like it's simple stuff like that. It's all applicable. Now this is something minor that I'm talking about, but yo, it's all applicable. Like if you know you're doing something, if you know that you want to improve in something, reflect on yourself. Figure out what you're doing wrong. Figure out what negative things that you are doing now. You might not even think it is negative to you. You might think that, okay, it's fine, I can do this. A lot of people have mixed reviews or mixed, I guess, opinions about people who smoke. If you feel like you can, still be successful in the smoke, do that. But figure out what else you're doing wrong, though. Because if that's if the arrow keeps getting pointed to that, then maybe take it away. I have nothing against people that smoke. I'm just saying, you have to really reflect on yourself and figure out what are you doing wrong. What negatives can you subtract in order to make room for the positives to come in? You don't have to always, add a bunch of stuff, add a whole bunch of things to your regimen. You can simply just subtract some negative stuff and you'll be perfectly fine, yo. In life and day trading, it's that simple. I'm gonna keep this video short and sweet though. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that. I appreciate y'all so much. We are growing. Free Discord in the bio as well. It's super hot out here. I'm sweating bullets talking to y'all. So hit that like button. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. I'm about to go inside to air conditioning. But I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Thank you for watching. Peace out.